So let's just take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths. You can let your eyes softly close or just relax your gaze a bit. Whether your eyes are open or closed, let the muscles around your eyes and face begin to just soften. Cheeks and jaw relax, maybe the brow unfurls a bit. And maybe with the space of the next few breaths, imagine yourself kind of accordion folding back into yourself, almost like if you could, if your energetic self and all of the layers of yourself could sort of trust fall back toward your physical self so that you reintegrate, show up as an integrated whole for a moment, settle into yourself. Mm. The visual I just got is like a dog shaking off water, but feeling that bring you all back in. It gathers you in at the same time that it shakes off the excess, the cords, the connections that aren't truly yours. And then just take 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths and feel that sense of the integrated whole of yourself in this moment. And notice how you feel in it. Like, does this feel familiar or a little unfamiliar? Is there a sense of, oh, yeah, this is the me I'd forgotten, or I didn't realize I'd wandered, I'd spread myself out? Sometimes when we imagine folding into ourselves, we imagine folding in on ourselves as well. And so if you find that right now, if you find that there is mm, an inner quality of curling in, take one breath there and honor the self-protective instinct that might be coming up. And then see if with each subsequent breath, you can invite yourself into a little more opening. So we're not talking like expansive spread out again, right? We're looking for sort of that medium space in between, spread completely out, wide open, energy just going in every direction, not being potentially invested. And the other end of the pendulum where we're curled in, we're self protective, we're holding, bracing. And see if breath by breath you can experiment with like if you were working your way out of a cocoon, or if you were kind of chilly and then you come into a warm space, how you start to kind of the body softens a little, the space at the front of the heart starts to broaden more evenly rather than the back of the body being what's broad and the soft underbelly being folded and protected. See if you can let yourself kind of move into that. So maybe there is some like bodily movement, some rolling of the shoulders, some turning of the head, some wiggling in the spine, twisting, shifting in the hips and pelvis, wiggling of the toes and fingers. And then just check in, notice. What is the quality of your breath right now? How is the breath moving in and out of the body? Is it possible to slow it and deepen it? And if you do, what is the response? Does the response keep you in this sense of kind of sovereignty, agency, integrated wholeness? Or as you slow and deepen and soften the breath, do you feel yourself spread out a little too wide? Do you feel yourself start to kind of move beyond your boundaries? Just notice that. Maybe that's a call to sort of picture your energetic boundary, your skin beyond your physical skin, where that is for you. And bring that visual to your mind, whether it's a bubble around you or if it's a layer that's a few inches beyond the physical skin that you're accustomed to. Allow yourself to inhabit that fullness and also claim it. Claim that there is a beginning and an end to this earthly expression of you. So while it's true that we are all one and we are never separate, in this physical human expression of you right now, there is a beginning and an end. There is a need to a have integrity in your energetic skin, the way that we want to have integrity in our physical skin, right? Like we wouldn't cut open our skin and just let it freely bleed everywhere. We would tend it. And the same is true of our energetic skin. If there is a thin spot, a hole, it does not serve us to sort of express freely through that thin spot, that hole. You might imagine like your energetic, your lifeblood, right? Your life force energy, your prana, just freely flowing out this hole or maybe seeping out a thinner space. And notice how that feels when you imagine that, when you visualize that happening to yourself. Mm. And then how might you tend it? Maybe a healing salve. You could imagine in your mind's eye, you could imagine yourself energetically sewing it up, sealing it off, adding bandages. Yeah, you could station a an angel or a guide at that spot as a point of protection for you while it heals. The way you might put an antimicrobial layer on the outside or a bandage or some layer of additional protection on your physical skin as it heals. There's no need to be frenetic about this. There's no need to feel hmm, anything about it at all. Just approach it like you would the integrity of your physical body skin. It is important to your well being. And it is completely within your capability. You know how to heal, you know how to care for your energetic skin just as you know how to care for your physical skin. It's possible that the wisdom is locked within you and needs a little help coming forward, and that's okay. When you're ready, just relax back into yourself for a moment and feel yourself once again. Almost sort of float the idea of an integrated whole, an experience in this moment of yourself as an integrated whole, a sovereign being. physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, intuitively, and divinely. And just notice how that feels. There's no right or wrong way to feel about it. It may be unfamiliar territory. It may feel like, ah, yeah, there it is, or anything in between. Trust yourself. The wisdom within you is unparalleled, and that it might be, that it might feel a little inaccessible is not a problem. It's just a point of curiosity. Sometimes it just takes us asking ourselves the questions that we forgot to ask or just didn't think of. What is the best way for me to maintain my energetic sovereignty, to be with myself as an integrated whole? How might I support myself? What choice could I make right now to nourish myself even better? What is accessible to me exactly where I am? Let's take 3 more nice deep breaths, just sitting with ourselves where we are. No right, no wrong, no should, no shouldn't. Simply being exactly who we are right now. And feeling about it exactly as we feel about it. At the end of those 3 breaths, if you find it helpful, maybe place one hand on the heart or both and just extend a little gratitude to yourself, a little gratitude to your breath, to your body, to your heart and your mind, to your intuition and your divinity. As that feels complete, begin to bring yourself slowly back, maybe movement, maybe deepening the breath. When you're ready, opening the eyes to a soft gaze and maybe look around the room you're in, reorienting to your physical space. You might let your eyes rest on something that feels soothing, lovely, warm, or settling to you. And as that feels complete, come back